Alright, what is up guys? My name is Brian and I work for an artist name of Cloophie. So I know in the last video I said I would do the beat breakdowns for the album in order. Unfortunately, I couldn't really find anything to take away from In July and Emerald Blue. So for this week, for this video, we are moving on to Underwater Romance. Now if you guys do really want to see a beat breakdown for those two songs, maybe I can do a short video with those two combined to show you guys the sounds I used. But yeah, as for right now, I don't really have any plans for making a video for those two. So as I said before, for this video, I'm going to show you guys how I made the song Underwater Romance, and more specifically, I just kind of want to talk about how simple the melody really is in this song. Now, if you guys have heard the song, you'll hear obviously how simple the melody is. It sounds like this. It's pretty much that on repeat. But what I really want to ask you guys is it really that simple? Because the same melody is pretty much playing for the entire song, but the song has structure, the song has different parts with each unique melody and sounds. So in this video, what I'm going to show you guys is how I created this melody, how I created the overall sound, and how I used it, divided it up into different parts for different parts of the song. So let's get into it. So I've played for you guys part of the song already, but as you guys heard, the overall sound is very big. It sounds like a whole bunch of different sounds layered on top of each other to create this one unique atmosphere. That's pretty much what I did. I layered the sounds. Now I call this layering because what I do is I stack unique sounds on top of each other to pretty much end up in this whole big one sound so that it fits the atmosphere and the vibe that I want to create with the song. So let me play for you guys each layer. So this is layer 1. As you guys heard, it's very underwater, bubbly kind of sounds. And then you got this one. This one is a little more airy, a little more higher pitched sounding vocal. And then you have this one. This one is the strings. So I feel like the strings give it a little more definite texture. It's a familiar sound. We know what strings sound like. It gives a nice solid structure to the overall bubbly and atmospheric sounds that you heard before. So when you combine all of these layers together, you get this one big atmospheric sound. It sounds like this. It sounds like you're in some underwater paradise, you know, like you're swimming with mermaids, life is good. That's what it sounds like, or at least that's what I think it sounds like. Now, the technique is really simple. Obviously, I pretty much said it before, it's layering just sounds on top of each other. But I feel like the most important part of layering is the sound selection. And for sound selection, it is something that you guys are gonna have to choose on your own because, you know, you have to decide what kind of sound you're trying to create for the song that you are making. But yeah, what I do is I pretty much start with one sound, one melody. So in my case, I would have started with this. I start with that, and then I pretty much go through different sounds, different presets, and just stack the same, copy and paste pretty much, the same melody with different sounds, different presets, stack it on top of each other, see if it sounds good. If it does, cool, keep it. If it doesn't sound good, you know, move on to the next preset. And then I do this until, you know, you get the sound that you want. Now, like I said before, you have to decide what kind of sounds that you want to select for your sound selection. But in my personal preference, I tend to aim for more, you know, like soft, airy sounds because I feel like those types of sounds mesh well together. So nothing really definite, harsh sounding structure. I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say, but you know, you don't want, you know, a very defining sound stacking with each other, in my personal opinion, because then it's just gonna clash with each other. It's not gonna blend to create a bigger sound. So like I said before, this is very bubbly, very atmospheric. This is also very airy. And then you have the strings, which gives it a little better structure. So yeah, that's what I would say for the sound selection. So now that we covered layering, I want to get into how you create different structures with this one huge layer. Because you guys have heard this melody. You know, it still has the same melody of the, but does it sound the same as over here? No, right? Because what I did was I took out the strings, so you're left with the pads, which I said before has a more bubbly sound. So over here, it's very bright, and then you go here, and it's very muted. You still have the same melody, but it's a whole different vibe. So yeah, you guys can pretty much add layers, take away layers to give it structure, give the song structure, give the song parts, different parts with each unique sound. Now this advice, yes, is very similar to the advice that I gave in 300 Years. However, with layering, you guys can literally still keep the same melody. You know, the concept is the same. Yes, you're keeping the listeners comfortable by keeping a similar sound, but still changing up the melody. And I feel like layering is just another easy way to, you know, achieve that. So for this song specifically, you know, I would say there's 3 main parts. You have this first part, vibey, atmospheric, bright, and then let's make it brighter by adding the melody with the strings. Even brighter. And then let's take it out, chill for a bit. And then you bring it back to the full brightness. And then you take it back to the muted to end the song. You know, with this technique, it's pretty much up to your creativity to, you know, create what kind of story you want to tell, what kind of atmosphere you want to build. It's up to you pretty much. But yeah, that's it I think for the video. So like I said before, the simple melodies that you guys might be hearing might not be actually simple as you think. It might hold different layers on top of each other. Once you guys learn how to do this, you can, you know, use this technique to pretty much get an easy way of building a song, because, you know, we're lo-fi producers, or at least I'm a lo-fi producer, and I'm using the genre to my advantage pretty much by, you know, not having to create a unique melody every time, not having to, you know, have a whole bunch of different techniques to build up to a drop. You know, I can stack layers on top of each other and just, you know, add some, take away some to still build a whole song. So yeah, that's it I think. Try this out. Let me know if you guys find this helpful. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye.